chilly night in Dunedin tonight, but that won't stop the fans here at Forsyth Bar Stadium. The roof is on. Marty for PM, please no. Tasman Marcos 3-0 to start the season against an Otago side that came back roaring against Taranaki and New Plymouth last week. Conditions couldn't be more different. Tonight, undercover, dry track. Last week it was torrential for the Otago boys as they got their first victory of the season. 34-27 away against the defending premiership champions. Manawatu were no match for Tasman. They march on, as we mentioned, 3 from 3 for the Marcos. And they head here tonight with a very experienced team. Tim Perry, Jesse McDonald at hooker tonight with Ross Howden-Hayes in the front row. Marco Kotzer and Joe Wheeler will lock the scrum with Pete Samu, Shane Christie and Liam Squire. The loose forward trio. Billy Guyton and Marty Banks in the halves with Harvey and Joas in the midfield. Mitchell Scott, Lolo Hia and Robbie Melnick rounding out the starting 15 for Kieran Kane and Leon McDonald. As we go inside the sheds, we welcome to commentary Case Muse.
Thanks very much for having me. I'm looking forward to this game. It's going to be a tough one, a tough encounter for the Otago boys, but after last week's game, I'm sure they're going to be coming out firing.
They certainly did in that second spell. 28 points they scored to 5 against Taranaki in the second half last week. Craig Miller, Liam Coltman and Hisa Sasangi in the front row for Otago tonight. Blair Tweed and Tom Franklin will lock the scrum. Josh Dixon, the youngster, at 6. And Adam Knight getting his first start in the 7 jersey. Charlie O'Connell, the oldest in the squad, at number 8. Josh Renton and Fletcher Smith in the halves with Tay Walden and Jaden Spence in the midfield. Jack Wilson, Matt Fetters and Peter Breen will round out the 15. Otago, 6 wins. Tasman the 2. The last couple of years have been Tasman's. And 1 draw as well as we are underway. The 10th game in championship between these two provinces. Renton clears back straight away to Fletcher Smith and he clears downfield. Won't find touch. And a chance for Tasman to spark something from the back as Marty Banks heads back to the left-hand side. Found Scott. And straight away, the continuity game in effect for the Marcos. Guyton. Banks had to reach for that and picked it up for Ross Howden-Hayes. No stranger to this deck, of course. It is time in the Highlanders this season. Banks again with options. Gets a fend working, Marty Banks. Infield, what vision! Marty Banks with a wonder ball. Billy Guyton gets the first of the game inside a minute.
It's definitely not the start Otago wanted. Right from the onset when Tasman were actually attacking, you could see that they had numbers there and they were picking off the individuals. All it was just a matter of time. Marty Banks saw an opportunity, got through the gap. Here you see it. He identifies a big long pass of space. That's what I was talking about. The quick ball, players flooding through the hole. Here he sees a misjointed defence, runs through O'Connell, sees the opportunity on the inside, not stopping them from that distance out.
Again, Otago disrupting Tasman's line out. They'll have another one here. Renton gets bonus ball. Fletcher Smith goes wide and they had to get rid of it. Now a chance on the outside. Breen. Guyton comes across to shut him down, does a good job. And Breen's kick will drift into the in goal and forced.
Some fantastic support here for Tasman up just to the right of your box, mate.
Well, the fins are up, that is for sure. Another kick from Fannis. This one is going to drop on Marty Banks, and Banks climbs high. Straight away on attack, Marty Banks. Skips out of 1, out of 2. Cover comes across and finally drags him down inside the 22. Billy Guyton. And Guyton tried the offload, went straight into Renton and off him. And advantage now applying from Paul Williams. 1 offload too many. Breen with plenty of time to clear and does a good job.
I said it before, the Otago game, they've got to get their one-up tackles done right.
Here's Banks again. Man loves a game at Forsyth Bar. Now Billy finds Wheeler. Wheeler tries to get the fend working. Can't get away from the tackle of Coltman. Ball still there for Guyton though. They come right. Short ball from Guyton to Christie. Infield back to Guyton. And he's dragged down around about 18 out as Tasman come again. It's relentless at the moment. Banks offloads. Perry. Guyton now, out to the left they go. Melnick with the ball. Jesse McDonald. Kotzer. More traditional in his approach as he charges upfield. Guyton again finds Wheeler, the two locks. Hungry for work this evening. And a penalty advantage now from Paul Williams as Guyton goes in. Finds David Harville, gets the offload to Melnick, and he can't pick up. They come back for the penalty, points on offer.
Very poor defence there. They were very lucky, Otago, but very poor defence between Renton and O'Connor. There's too big a gap. With a team like Tasman, you can't afford to leave a gap like that.
Well, the other guy they've got to tackle is him. Because at the moment he's running this game ragged. Beautifully taken. Eyes on the ball, and then just the pace. He just backed himself to get round the outside of defenders, and if you're going to lay off him, he'll make meters.
You cannot help but have a man crush on Marty Banks.
Right. Stay, please, Mike.
Squire sees an opportunity, takes it on the blind side. Caught fine out from the 50. Jesse McDonald then saw Charlie O'Connell get in and help himself. A story about Charlie O'Connell on the next break of play as Otago go onto the right-hand side and the pass. Dog roll Spence thought it was his, Fatters thought it was Spence's, and ultimately it's a scrum Tasman.
Yeah, it's these, we said it before, it's these little errors that are costing Otago that go forward ball and the opportunity to create something. If they can get this part of this game right, we're in for a cracker of a game.
Well, unfortunately it's just a turnover, wasn't it? Here it is here. Squire off the back.
Ball's here for Guyton. Coming off his wing is Mitchell Scott. Taken first of all by Tay Walden. Now Banks. And Banks finds Pete Samu. Competition's leading try scorer, Peter Samu, but a mistake in the transfer.
Gee, I don't know about that.
He can't believe it.
I don't know about that. They went right behind him. Yes, he held that in behind his back as he went through that gap. I don't think he dropped that at all. There it is here. He had it on the back. Look at that, one-handed. Where was that drop?
That's fantastic skills there, Buff.
Oh, outstanding.
How do you call a knock on there when the ball hasn't touched the ground? Hasn't left his hand.
Got me beat.
It's got Pete Samu beat. There's Charlie O'Connell off the back. I'll take that back, Buff. You could run. Peter Breen. It's a great kick from Breen, but Matt Fatters knew he had no chance of contesting, so he had to pull out. Jesse McDonald found Trail Joas, and he's up over the 50-metre line. This game has been trapped between the 22s for the last wee while. Good shot. Somehow the ball's still back. Kotzer. And the big South African goes rumbling upfield. Guyton has the ball knocked down. Falls into the hands of Mitchell Scott. What a step. Hands up, beaten. And Mitchell Scott pops up a fin, says thank you very much.
A lot of miscommunication out there on defence there, Buff.
Well, just a bit unfortunate, really. The ball got slapped down, and it just popped straight into this guy's hands. Here it is here. There was the tackle. The ball popped. Then another one right here. This great work by Kutzer. Big, strong stuff. Laid the ball on a plate. Here it is here. Bounced off the ground, straight up into this guy's hands. Beautiful step. Breen never had a chance. Well taken try.
Should never be beaten by a jump step.
It's just really put Otago on a lot of pressure at 18 points. Sorry, 17 points to 0. So they've got a bit of work ahead of them soon, mate.
Where's patience here?
This time they bring it down again, it's Tweed. And they get their drive working. So effective against the Bulls. On Saturday night, they have another advantage. They drive towards the line. Williams gives it. Otago have backed their strong point, and they've come up with 5 points of their own. And it's Adam Knight who comes up with 5 points in his debut in the 7 jersey.
What I love about this play is that they just took the brunt and the force that Tasman gave to them, and they just shifted the weight slightly. Here we go here. They get the ball down. They don't panic. They just set up their play. Tasman try and spin them off. They just keep marching forward. All the boys realign, get in there, get a bit of length. They've got the penalty for Christie going down. Didn't need it. Went over with the try.
And what a great guy to get it as well. Adam Knight. We talked about him pre-match. And this forward pack really has done a great job here.
Dixon and Knight combine off the top of the line out. And it's there for Renton. Picks it up. Craig Miller will set for Renton again. He'll come back to the left-hand side. Fletcher Smith, great ball from him. Finds Tay Walden, who steps inside. And ball is loose again for Otago. Now they pick up. It's time to regather their thoughts here and settle it down. Renton wants to play at pace. Sasangi. Renton is there quickly again. Miller. It's a prop forward fiesta.
Onside. Use it now.
Coltman makes it a triple header. And spins and he's driving. Liam Coltman. Big power from the captain. Now the try will come. Paul Williams says yes. Tommy Franklin on the end of the chain, and the tight forwards deserve it.
What a great play there by Liam Coltman. Got hit flat, actually just pumped his legs and tried to get momentum and go forward, spun out of the tackle, got a little bit closer to the line.
Walden did a great job here, Case. He just hung on to the ball, and then they just looked after the nut. Built phases, got their big front rows hammering onto the ball. Coltman did a great job here, pumping the legs. Marty Banks finally grabbed him down, and then a fantastic pass, and I think Franklin got a bit of a surprise.
Great leg drive from Liam Coltman. He is renowned for his defensive work and his work over the ball, but that just shows that he's found a spring in his step when it comes to offensive plays. He created that for Franklin.
Yeah, and I think that's what they needed. You know, the captain stepping up, showing the forwards how it's done. 2 phases prior to that, both the guys who got the ball, Miller and Sasangi, got it flat, didn't really get the momentum going forward. So we talked about it earlier in the game. That's what these big boys have to do, set the platform for the rest.
Fletcher Smith finally finds his radar, and the first converted try of the evening for Otago means the scoreline. Concertina's up 12 points to 17 now. 5 short of the 22, they come again. Guyton to Banks, had to reach. Now Melnick, great ball from him to Scott. Mitchell Scott already with 1 for the day. Scott! He sets play 8 out as Squire is there. Turns it back to Howden Hayes. And Kotzer trying to get rid of a couple of Otago defenders. Back for Guyton. Christie. 8 out from the line. Tasman desperate for a try before the half to reassert their dominance in this game. Guyton trying to free the arm up. Otago organising, they'll give away the penalty. Big decision now for the Marcos.
2, no clear release. No.
There's the Marty Banks fan club on their feet again. 20 plays 12 now. Billy feeds, and Tasman gets some good weight on the scrum this time. Guyton has a massive hole. Moses would be proud. Now Melnick gets it on the bounce, and Robbie has 2 outside. Joas, great dummy.
Onside.
Back now for Guyton. Found Christie. Short ball from him up to Kotzer. Tasman looking for a try after the hooter and a half. Albanks. He's 8 short of the line. Guyton comes back to the right. Melnick. Active first 40 from Robbie. Christie again. Taken down by Charlie O'Connell. Now Perry. Still 8 short, Tasman. Is punching away at this Otago defence. Shane Christie. Hit hard in the tackle by Adam Knight. Wheeler. Has good support on his shoulder from Pete Samu. And they come again on the left-hand side this time. Jesse McDonald. Guyton, short ball, perfect. Samu looking to pop from the deck. Now Guyton, now Banks. Surely it's only a matter of time. Pick and dry play from Kotzer. Try is scored.
Big man on the small man. Every time the big man's going to win that close to the line. Renton didn't have much hope there in stopping that. He was just a little bit too high. Kutsi was down low. Great leg drive over there, over the try line.
Banks converts, no problem from him. And that is half-time. Finally, Tasman will head into the sheds, leading 27 points to 12. Coleman throws. Dixon this time good. Down to Renton, and Fat is off the wing. Renton again with the return ball. Great movement from the Otago backline, but well read in defence. Renton again is there. Franklin, the try scorer.
Fine, ball was out.
Renton had already picked up and got his beans.
Ripped, play on!
Off the wing was Jack Wilson now. He's been stripped. And here's Mitchell Scott. Scott straight through the gap. It was Coleman and Dixon. They were no match for the winger, and Melnick up from fullback. Veteran on veteran. Melnick is good. Bonus point try to the Marcos.
You'll need that ball.
Very costly line out there for the Otago team. From that, this Marcos team came back. They saw an opportunity. They attacked behind that ruck. Renton spilt the ball. Then they got the turnover, spun it wide.
Banks. And that's another one. He's not human, this kid. 34 plays 12. Sam Anderson headed in with the throw. Climbing high is Dixon for Whiting. Smith again. Similar move as we saw a couple of years ago from this side, bringing the blindside winger off and a bit of midfield trickery. On that occasion, it was a wonderful try for Futsal. Not tonight, though. It's all ended in a mistake.
First by blue. Scrum red. Set. Wait. No ball. 8 feet.
Jimmy Cowan with the feet. The scrum is very good from the Marcos on this occasion.
Very good. Just got underneath the Otago team, lifted them up.
You stopped.
And now punishing them.
Use it. Thank you.
Paul Williams, no nonsense from the referee. Get the ball out. Big ball wide for Mitchell Scott again. He has looked dangerous. Threatening with every touch, Mitchell Scott, as Cowan heads back for Banks. Banks can't get away from Mika. Murphy makes the tackle. Jimmy Cowan makes an argument. And Shane Christie makes half a metre. Lose possession and have loose head Otago ball.
10.
Oh, here we go. Trent Renata. He's going on. He's replacing Marty Banks at 10. So I have a funny feeling Renata will go into 10. And Big Marty Banks has had a massive influence on this game coming off.
Trail Joas found Liam Squire. And Liam Squire straight into the tackle of Tompkinson, who somehow hang on. Back for Renata. And Wheeler. Better from the Marcos. Some depth on the play. Peter Samu. Pete Samu gets a ball round the corner and they can't pick up. Sam Anderson Heather cleans up for Otago. Pete Samu is a menace.
No hands out. Thank you.
What a player to put on the edge. And Whiting finally clears for Otago. Won't be good enough though. Mitchell Scott says, we'll come at you again. Lola here. Slips inside the tackle of Wilson, gets his own offload away. Tim Perry. And that's gone forward to Cotter. Cowan getting all touchy-feely at scrum time. Now a chance to break out from their 22. Jaden Spence puts a step on, taken down by Trail Joas as opposite. It's there for Whiting. Murphy set. Franklin. Chance for Smith now. Fletcher Smith, two on the outside. Charlie O'Connell gets Jack Wilson. Wilson with a chip and chase. The bounce goes to O'Connell. What a champion! That's why you chase a kick.
We were just talking about them getting some confidence in that. They are dangerous when they get half a chance. They back themselves. Charlie O'Connell helped start that. Gave it to someone faster and backed up. Comes away with the pie.
Oh, it really was well done. Nice pass by Franklin, and then Fletcher Smith, just beautiful wee half gap, took it. And then Charlie O'Connell passed the ball bang on the right time, the wee chip through. A real speculator, bad bounce. Poor old Jimmy Cowan couldn't do anything about it, and big Charlie O'Connell, great try.
Great step from Fletcher Smith. We just haven't been able to see him get his running game into act today. That was the pass from Charlie O'Connell, and look at the big rig. Stayed in touch, got the bounce, over he goes. Renata's kick, gobbled up by Dixon. Now set on the 22-metre line now. Sam Anderson Heather has it at the back. Whiting. There's Smith again, and again Smith breaks the line. Inside from him, here goes Nali Adawai. Can he make it all the way? One pass. Took a deflection. 7 out they are, and Williams blows a knock on.
I think this is when Otago are at their best, when they're under pressure and they just start playing rugby. Nothing structured. Let's just have a crack and let's see what happens.
Oh, great burst. And then this man here, Daiwai, really pinned his ears back. There's the deflection. Unfortunately, it looked like he got shot from behind. There was no one around Fettis, and he's protesting that he didn't knock the ball on.
Nali Adawai with 90 seconds left on the clock. Again, Otago hunting a bonus point. They won't win the game. That'll be Tasman's. They'll go away from Forsyth Bar with the maximum points here today. Otago, though, searching. 1 point, and Dixon. The line all but open. And he comes up with the error. And finally, we get full time here at Forsyth Bar Stadium. Tasman get 5 points. And Otago, unfortunately for them, come away with nothing.